on Beans and Rice, Mike Masters 801. It's Jose the Mexican Wesley Snipes. And today we are joined with a very special guest. If you want to introduce yourself, he's going to be battling October 19th. He is going to be going for the championship. They're at the finale of the playoffs. We got the one and only.
What's up, man? My name is Mike. I'm just happy to be here, man.
Yeah, and I appreciate you. First of all, Mike, I want to say thanks for just even dropping in and asking to make this happen, bro. I appreciate it a lot. I know this is like kind of the first time that we even kind of sit down and do this, even though we've actually have spent a lot of the early times of the Mike Masters in this place. Lots of hours, for face-offs, and you always would stay the whole face-offs plus the very end, you know what I mean, to see if there's anything that was needed or anything like that. So I always appreciate you for that, man. And I appreciate you always just being respectful. I sometimes with us, I feel like we try to contribute a lot to building Mike Masters up and just something in Utah in general.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that you can always see that, and you always like take your time to make it known, even if we're not there or you're not saying it to me. Like I've heard you like always like show love in others places, whether it's by yourself or you're doing a video, man. So I appreciate that a lot for you, because I think sometimes the back end of all the work that goes into like the events, that a lot of people don't take notice to it, you know what I mean, or they feel like maybe some sort of entitlement and stuff like that. So I really appreciate even when you just take the time and say, hey, thanks for doing this or whatever. Like every event you've always said, hey, thanks for the live stream or whatever. Like not once have you ever asked like, hey, I need this or this and that. You always like, hey, I appreciate you. So I really appreciate that about you, bro.
Yeah, man. Hey, and that definitely goes both ways, man. I see the work that goes into what you guys do. I think people look at the battle rappers and think that, we have to write and memorize and do that, but I don't think that's even comparable to, getting all the tech shit to run smooth and, holding face-offs and being able to bring a good, funny atmosphere around to a situation that could be serious. And I mean, it's not unusual for me to see you guys there the day before, prepping, and they're super early. So no, again, thank you, man. You're a big part of why we're able to do what we do. So thank you.
No, well, I'm gonna get this battle the way that I kind of see it, and maybe we can kind of go this route first. I've spoken to Dumb Luck, obviously, and the way that I kind of see it, and it was a little bit hard for me to kind of put it in words when I was speaking to him, but I kind of see him as like the hip hop guy or whatever versus the battle rap guy, right? Not to say that battle rap isn't part of hip hop, but I'm just saying he's been more focused in just hip hop in general than battling. Right?
Yeah.
And I was trying to figure out which way to, I guess, tell Dumb Luck or figure out why he's kind of in a way. We have Emerson Kennedy that's like, how would you say, like, what did he call it? Like the hometown hero. That's what Dumb Luck called him. He's like the hometown hero, battling everywhere, right? But to me, as a local, there's Mike Masters right now has like a ghost of like Dumb Luck, right? So even if he wasn't battling or whatever, he's still like lurking there at the shadows. Like if he didn't battle in the playoffs, like to me it would have been like weird. It wouldn't maybe have the same meaning or the same like if you were battling, like you being already tapped in with Mike Masters, like I'm not sure if would it be as meaningful for you to battle somebody else if you didn't battle Dumb Luck?
Actually, that's super interesting. So I do agree that I think he's more like the backpack rapper, the hip hop, the old school almost, And I do think that, the first time Mike Masters was around, right? Dumb Luck was a guy where his name alone could get people to show up. Right.
Yeah.
And like in this battle, a lot of times it is about tearing down an opponent, but like Dumb Luck to me is the face of the first generation. Okay. And to answer your question, no, I don't think it would have meant as much had it been, I love Spades, shout out OT, but it wouldn't have meant as much against a Spades or a Stretch because he's the defending champion. Like he is the champion. The last one that we had, he won. Um, so no, at the very beginning of this process, I tried to picture and imagine what a finals would look like with me in it, and I always imagined me versus Dumb Luck. It was a weird journey. Obviously, we didn't get the Eli battle, which that was a little disappointing. What's up, guy? That was a little disappointing, but like this is what I imagined was Dumb Luck versus Mike Bailey. I can't think of a better way to try to solidify who I am. So yeah, I'm happy it's him.
Yeah, because I feel like you get a chance not to only become the champion, but in the way it's like I guess for Mike Masters in a weird way to like move on from Dumb Luck, right? Because there's like we have Emerson Kennedy, but it's I don't know what it is about Dumb Luck that they just tie, like you said, like the first generation like Mike Masters. It's just like tied to him, right?
Well,
So there's something that's like what is it?
with the EK and Dumb Luck thing, like, and again, I was young. I was a teenager, 15, 16, the first time Mike Masters was really going. And a lot of people might not know this, but EK used to look up to Dumb Luck, and maybe he still does. I don't know, but Dumb Luck was before all of us. Like before Mike Masters, Dumb Luck was winning freestyle battles at bars and at U92. So even Emerson Kennedy owes a part of his come up to Dumb Luck. So Dumb Luck is that guy right now, and I want to be able to, beat the best in a way. And like, yeah, Emerson Kennedy has more, accolades and recognition for things he's done, but it's hard to even look at EK as Utah anymore. He lives in California. There was a long time he didn't even rep Utah when he battled, right? Not to throw any shade at him, EK is
Right.
awesome, but yeah, no, Dumb Luck is that guy here right now.
Yeah, because and dude, and I appreciate you wording it that way because he wasn't even when I spoke to him, he wasn't even like wording it kind of like you did, right? That's kind of like maybe the perspective that I was looking for of like why it's almost like I guess you get a chance not only to become the champion but to almost like start the next chapter of Mike Masters if you beat him, So I think that's like a cool opportunity. Or how do you see your battle against them? Like, or what would it mean, not just for you, but just in that aspect of like the league?
I think it's framed pretty simple, right? So I think Utah, while it's a good mixing pot, like, there is a lot of fucking white people. It's predominantly white people in the city. And I think him being that like backpack rapper, and being here on the early Mike Masters circuit and all that, he's kind of a guy that embodies Salt Lake as a whole, right? Like he is Salt Lake hip hop. And I also think because of that, people relate to him, and he is the hometown hero. Like Dumb Luck can do no wrong to a lot of these guys. And then on the flip side of that, you have me, right? And mine is more, I'm not even from here, but this is home. I love it here. But I think I'm framed more so as a villain. You had the whole situation, like I was already not well received all the time. And then you had the whole Eli Ace and Lotta Zay situation, and people thought I was done. People thought I was like down for the count, right? But I knew the playoffs were coming up. So I was just kind of waiting, in the cut. And that's really what it is. You got the hero versus the villain. You got the new school versus the old school. And you got the nerd versus the battle rapper. And that's just what it is. That's what we're here for.
I mean, and I do have to ask you because people are gonna wonder with the battle coming up. Obviously, you didn't get the rematch with Eli Ace, but have you reached out to him at all?
We've talked once in person, and
Yeah.
that was when he battled. I believe he battled Hemis, and I battled Atheist, maybe in round 2. And we talked about going outside and talking some more, where it was more private and just having a one-on-one conversation and figuring out where everything was. But like I don't know. I always hate this question because like people, they see it was played like hats off to Lotta Zay. I honestly thought me and Lotta were all right, and he played it well. Eli knows, like he knows where I'm coming from. He knows who Marcus Shaw is, right, and he knows what he did in 2008. But I won't get into all that now. That's for the battle if it ever happens. But yeah, it was disappointing it didn't happen because I was looking forward to being able to, share my point of view maybe. And I was really looking forward to, I messed up that battle the first time. I had Dre Dennis coming up as well. And I mean, it's not really an excuse, but I didn't feel like that battle was done right by me, and I didn't do it justice. And I was looking forward to that rematch. That was kind of like my championship early on in my mind was okay, I get to battle Eli, right? Apparently he's busy. He wants to be a doctor and all that, and that's cool. I don't know. He had time to get in the playoffs, and then he didn't have time all of a sudden. I don't know, man. But I wish him the best. I would never do a crime with him, and that's all I really got on that.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's just what people wanted to know. You know, if it's like if you guys see each other, it's still
Oh, we
at
see
least
each other,
still
yeah, and it's been respectful.
amicable.
Yeah,
There you
it's been
go.
respectful. I feel like he didn't try to disrespect me. I didn't try to disrespect him. It just is what it is.
Cool. Yeah, that's my I guess what I had. Everybody I guess wants to know that.
Yeah,
Uh,
fuck everybody. I hate that question.
See, but now you don't have to talk about it anymore.
Yeah. No, I'm a
Uh,
snake. I'm a villain. And anybody who shows me their bars, just know I'm gonna do it to you.
I don't know, but I see in a way I kind of disagree. But before I tell you why, I do want to know. Were you? And here's another thing that I'm gonna give you props for. I know sometimes people take the angle with you of like, oh, he buys his battles or whatever.
Hmm.
Um, and maybe I'm not sure. Like in the battle community, like I don't even know what that would mean because in here in Utah, it's like everybody's building up, right?
Yeah.
So I always say this for me, my biggest thing, man. Sometimes, which is why I thanked you earlier, as far as like being able to see like the effort and the progress that we make as a league. You know what I mean? And even
Yeah.
with us, like leveling stuff up so the battles can look better, so things could be better for the actual battlers, right? Like
Yeah.
I don't really get any much out of it, right? Like I'm spending stuff to make the league look better, to make the battlers look better, and I sometimes you're able to see that. Sometimes I'm not sure if other people are able to see that because they might use that angle against you of like, well, he's buying battles where I kind of see that as like, hey, I'm going to invest in myself, right? So a lot of people, in my opinion, right now, it's like they're waiting on the league to make the moves for them,
Yeah. No.
right?
Yeah.
The way that I see you, bro, it's like, okay, you were still battling everywhere else,
Yeah.
right? You're investing your own money on yourself, win or lose, alone, like you've mentioned, you know, that you're like, there's no other person from Utah there in your corner or any other battler from Utah, and you're out here, oh, shout out to Utah, right? Or
Yeah.
shout out Mike Masters. So I commend you for that because I don't think a lot of people are doing the same. And I think in order for people to move up, and I you made this point with your battle with I think it was Jay Villain, where you mentioned for everybody to be like, yo, you guys got to go outside, right? Like everybody here is saying like, oh, the playoffs and that's what we're in right now. But in order to get better, you know, and people maybe think that they can beat you, but
Mhm.
you're here for a reason, you know, in the finals. And I think part of the reason that Dumb Luck, you know, is also in the finals, he's not stopped working on other hip hop, writing, whatever the case may be, right? You're here taking the route of like you've been battling, probably I think probably more battles than everybody else
Yeah.
that was in the tournament, right?
Yeah.
Like easily.
Easy. Yeah.
So you're taking that time to invest in yourself. So it's really like the two people that have invested in their particular crafts, like they're at the championship. Now, at any time did you feel like that year, uh, and I think it all climaxed with the whole Lotta Say Eli A situation where maybe you were spreading yourself too thin, or you were uh
You know, yeah, no, I'm sorry. There's a lot there, right? So like the first thing is the angle, right? And I know battle rap, dude. I learned from Lotta Zay. I mean, the dude got me my URL battle and then fucking tried to use me for an angle, right? So I know battle rap can be how do you take an angle, right? And make people believe your narrative. And the whole buying battles thing, I mean, it just sounds corny to me, right? Like, am I fake if I buy a car, right? Do you just want me to walk to work? You want me to walk my kids to daycare? Like, what do you want me to do? Am I fake because I bought a car? I don't know of any businessman who, got a business going without investing. Like, I just don't think that exists, right? So with battle rap, it was the same thing for me. I started off paying my own way because the league wasn't in a position to do that, and I was brand new to battle rap again, right? And so, yeah, I did, and that lasted up until Cali Smooth. I didn't pay for Cali Smooth. I haven't paid since then, um, and I've made money since then. Not a significant amount, but that's what happens when you believe in yourself and you invest. The other part of that question is, I think the battling so much and going so many places, and if I felt like I had done too much, maybe at any point, and I would say I got tired. Like I got tired a lot. There was times where I didn't know why I was doing it. I felt lazy. I was waiting until 3 days before an event and writing 3 rounds and memorizing them in 72 hours. And then the thing with, as you spoke to, Eli and Lotta happened, and the city thought I was done. And Battle Rap thought I was done. I mean, that was bigger than Utah. I mean, I literally saw posts from all over the place about that. And when that all happened, I just got angry, right? And I was like, okay, they want to hate me. Like, they didn't embrace me before this. This is just their excuse now. So I used that kind of as fuel. So I didn't battle for a while. And I just waited, I just waited for the playoffs. And yeah, against Jay Villain, I felt like I aired a lot of it. Like, I felt like I was able to easily beat him, but at the same time, I beat the whole league. I think everybody knew from that Jay Villain battle that I was going to be in the finals. I knew before that I was going to win the championship. I remember Nate calling me after Mike Phenom and saying like, "Hey, bro, the playoffs are coming. Jay Villain, he's ready." And you're saying you haven't even started writing, and Jay Villain's coming crazy. And I was like, "Bro, pause." And I was like, "Bro, I'm not worried. Like, trust me, I'm not fucking worried. I just knew what I had. I knew the energy. Like, I just knew, and I knew the scorecard. And that's like, you got to be a gamer, I think, in battle rap. You got to understand what you're up against. You got to understand the room. You got to understand the judges. You got to understand the scorecard. You got to understand how they're judging, right? So nobody pays attention the way that I do, I think. Like, I study other battle rappers. I study myself. I watch my wins and my losses. And so, yeah, dude, I think that, I did lose energy. I was kind of putting things off and battling a lot. And then I got angry. And when I'm angry, I just can't be beat at anything.
What did you do in that time off? Is there anything that you changed, or did you spend more time like with your family, or what did you
Yeah, no,
do?
I was just being a dad, hanging out with my daughters. I was going to work, just normal shit, right? But I never stopped. Like, in the back of my mind was the playoffs are coming up. I watched some battles. Um, I just knew what I would do to anybody who got in front of me, though. So like, I wasn't stressed. I was more so just like, enjoying myself.
So, and what else? I guess in that time frame too, because I feel like you've come back with a different energy. Is there anything that you learned in that time span of like, yo, I don't have to get so sucked into the battle rapper. Now I know how to, just leave it there, all on the table when I battle, and then just like unplug and
Yeah, well, no, it helped me actually. That whole situation and watching people who were at my daughter's birthday party talking shit about me on the internet, right? That taught me that none of these people are my friends and that this is strictly just like a business interaction. And even though we're still at a smaller level where maybe there's not a whole lot of money yet, if you got the foresight, you can see what it's going to be. So I don't have to like these people. And most of you, I don't. Most of you are corny. But I saw how fast y'all turned on me, and it let me know that you guys were just waiting for a reason. You were just waiting for an excuse, right? And so I think that's what I learned is like, don't hold back. Don't be afraid to take a risk. Don't be afraid to say something because it might not be well received. Like, say whatever the fuck you want. Try as hard as you can, and they're gonna hate you no matter what you do. And like, to me, that was kind of the thing that clicked, was like, I don't have anything to lose, and it doesn't matter how much I win by. They're still gonna say the next guy will beat me. I mean, they said Jay Villain would 3-0 me. Like, that's ridiculous. It's not even like realistic. Like, the worst Mike Bailey couldn't lose to Jay Villain. It's just not possible. And then Atheist, they said he was gonna 3-0 me. It's not realistic. Josh Matter, they said it was going to be close. It'd be debatable. Like it's just it was just asinine.
So did it give you in a way like freedom? I guess is that kind of what it gave you, or
Yeah, it just gave me the ability to not care and just say whatever I want and just not be so afraid of how I'll be received. Like I don't care if you like it or not. I like it. You know.
yeah? Uh, God, bro. Which see with me right now, the way that I'm thinking, it's after all of that happened, and also the format of the playoffs, that it's given you a lot of my issue with some of your battles, and I've told you before, and I also
Hmm.
appreciate that about you, is that sometimes I'm like, man, you're overkilling, right? And sometimes like I wanted to react to one of your punchlines is like that, but boom, you're already back at it again. So you're like, damn, bro, like let me react to it or run it back or slow it down, right?
Yeah.
I feel like with the format of the playoffs, I feel like you've. I'm not sure if that was also like a good formula for you or why has it been so good. I feel like now everything, like all your material, like just like everything hits so good. You're still like killing somebody, right? But it still gives it like some time to breathe. Or I'm not sure if like more digestible is the word for it, but it's just been what? How have you found success, or what did you study about the scorecard to be able to, I guess, make it work for you?
Yeah, no, I think that the studying the scorecard helped. I think that the format of the tournament helped to a certain degree. Like I definitely don't think any of that hurt me, and I know that's been people's take is like, oh, since the playoffs, Mike has been better, but that's to me, it wasn't that. It wasn't the format. It wasn't the scorecard. Because I've always been a puncher. I've always been a writer, right? For me, it was more so the anger, right? I suddenly wanted to do it because I wanted to. I wanted people to feel dumb. Like I just want to make people feel stupid now, and they are. They're stupid, but I think it's just that anger for one, and I think for two, I went away from hey, like what do people want to hear and went more into like what do I want to say, right? And so everything I'm saying now is calculated. Everything I'm saying is playing a part of the bigger point. And on top of that, I'm just not wasting any time anymore. I figure if I'm going to go up there and rap, I might as well make everything creative because I like to be creative. I might as well make everything count like cuz why not, right? So like I guess the motivation, the anger, um I think the best thing that happened in my battle career was the Eli and Lotta shit.
Yeah. With the new, I guess with the new format with the rounds, they did unlock maybe something that you didn't think that you could do, or maybe a different angle or way for you to approach at least some of your rounds or anything like that.
No, I think the time periods, all they really changed was that I was used to rapping longer, 3 to 5 minutes. So if I wanted to get that, like for example, people go back to because we were talking about Jay Villain, they like to go back to the it's like ventriloquist, the talk and stop when the arm comes
Yeah.
out. So I think in a 5 minute round, there's nothing wrong with me taking 4 to 8 bars to build that punch and make it make more sense. Add more strings, if you will. Oh, I'm pulling strings. Da 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 da. You got a hole in your back. Like I could do all that to build up a ventriloquist bar.
Got it.
Opposed to now, it's like okay, this is a good bar. Let me get right into it and right into something back. Back into something else. So I think that if the time limits are helping anybody, including me, it's more so that you gotta figure out how to use that time wisely. I'd say that's really the only difference with these shorter rounds is that I'm getting rid of the filler. I'm writing it the way I normally would write it, and then I'm going through it and putting it in the right order, and then I'm going through it again and taking out anything that is unnecessary.
What would you say is the difference between you and Dumbluck, aside from what we already discussed of him being more like and tap into just being an artist, and you're actually focusing on battle rap? What would you say is the biggest difference?
I would. That's hard. I mean, there's a lot, right? There's obviously our life trajectory has been different. We ended up in the same place, literally, but we took extremely different paths to get there, for one. So we're just different people all around. Another one would be just like resumes. While I do give Dumb Luck his credit for being who he was before, like his resume is nowhere near my resume. Like it's not even close. He doesn't have the same amount of views. He doesn't have the same type of names. He hasn't touched as many stages. He damn sure hasn't been to URL. Like he hasn't done the things I've done, and he had all that time. I was in prison all that time. I've done it all in a year and a half, 2 years. So I would say that I have done more in the battle rap world, for one, uh, or for two, I guess. And then another thing that I guess would be different would just be our approach in general. Is he seems to be high energy and want to flip words and show how well he can rap, and I just want to destroy somebody. Like I just want to assassinate their character. I want to kill them. I'm actually angry. I think he's a nice guy, genuinely. I think I'm actually angry, genuinely.
Well, hey, relax. Hey, don't be trying to attack me or anything. But I want to ask you this because this is so you got to battle Dumb Luck, right? Spades was his last opponent.
Dumb Luck gets to battle me.
Okay, you heard it here. Well, he's a champion.
I don't
technically.
care.
Like,
I don't care. He choked. He choked his first round in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like he gets to battle me because the judges were heavy on the dick riding. But
so he battled Spades.
good battle.
Okay, now here's where I'm going to maybe see what type of angle you're taking because it's easier for me as a fan. Like I think it would be easier for me to battle you than to battle Dumb Luck. Not if we're talking about skill, just because of your point of like how much things you have done for battle rap and how active you've been. So there's a lot of recent stuff for us to talk about.
Yeah.
If I'm battling you, right? If you're battling Dumb Luck, I know you're saying you're going to destroy him, but are you going to be talking kind of like Space when he was bringing up AK that now all of the people that are there don't even know who that is? Yeah. You know what I mean? Or so what do you battle? I guess it's that's what I find hard about battling Dumb Luck. It's like, okay, what am I gonna battle? Because I know this stuff. The local people are gonna know what's here, but if I'm using some of that stuff and the outside judges, they don't know any of like Dumb Luck's past, or not going to be pulling everything, or weren't in a Mike Masters room, like what am I battling? If, to your point, Dumb Luck's 2 battles in right now.
Yeah, no. First off, the AK stuff. I mean, ever since Dumb Luck's battled AK or got punched by AK in the first battle, every battle has talked about that, right? So it's a safe bet when you're dealing with me that if somebody else has done it, I'm going to stay away from it. So, I mean, I guess spoiler, there will not be a single AK bar. I refuse to do it. I take pride in being able to, find my own things to talk about. I don't need his battles. I don't even need his music. You know what I mean? All I need is to look at him. All I need is to talk to him one time. So for me, when I'm battling somebody, I want to find character flaws. That's kind of where I go with it. So I don't need a catalog of Dumb Luck stuff. I don't watch his battles. I haven't I haven't researched in that way. I more so look at him and I try to find things that he could be insecure about. I try to find things that separate the two of us, but I absolutely refuse to talk about AK. It's overdone.
Okay, so you're just taking personal destruction, basically.
I wouldn't say that. I mean, I would say I'm battle rapping in general. So there'll definitely be bars. There'll definitely be jokes. And then there will be some character assassination. I look at battle rappers, you look at Dumb Luck, okay? And he's like the multi-syllable guy. He's the, I never been afraid, renegade, ninja blade, like he's that guy. Okay?
Yeah.
And then you look at Josh Matter and he's like personals, like I'm going to talk about things that people have heard about you and I'm going to attack only your character. Same with like an AK maybe. Emerson, he's a lyricist. He's going to take some abstract things and be poetic and be very lyrical. Spades, he's going to talk about his struggle. He's going to do these different things. I'm more like a Swiss Army knife. I can do all of it. I can do multis. I can joke. I can do personals. I can be a lyricist. So with me, every round's going to be different. Every round's going to feel different. Um, and I don't know. I haven't even made up my mind yet on some of the things I may or may not do, you know? But I just know that it won't be like anybody he's battled before.
Yeah. I think he's probably aware of that too. You know what I mean? That he knows like you're I mean who he needs to battle too, right? It's like in a weird way, it's like that's who everybody was kind of expecting, right? Like if we were being honest, like the
That's weird because that's not what I heard. Like, you know what I
no,
mean? Like, the internet said I was going to lose every round.
Hammers was gonna make it. You thought?
I thought it was. I honestly thought it might be fucking Himmis and Stretch, right? Like, I thought it might be the two worst guys in the league.
Oh, shout out to Hemis, man. I think he retired, but
I like
Hemis
actually though. Like,
he
Himmis
made it
is
to the
actually a
second
good
round,
dude.
bro. Okay, and I
Yeah, he did. He did. He
you know,
beat
so
Glocko.
he made it to the, yeah. So Glocko, come on, man.
Oh, Glocko and Himmis, if they they should have been the finals, right?
No, I'm saying, well, Hemis, you know, he made it to the second round. So
no, realistically, I thought people were probably expecting Stretch versus me or Eli, but they wouldn't admit that. I do think that people thought Stretch would beat Spades. I thought it at a point until I started sparring with Spades and I realized that he had something special. But I definitely think Dumb Luck for Stretch would have been a cool battle to watch, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know though. I think people might lean more towards Stretch, but I think Dumb Luck's the better rapper, clearly. So I don't know.
Is there anything with Dumb Luck, let's say, is there anything that kind of bugs you that it's, how do I word it? With Dumb Luck, it's almost like it's not to say he doesn't care about battle rap, but it's just like it's not his main thing, right? So is there anything where it's just like, okay, if he loses, it's almost like it doesn't even matter in a way, right? Or how do you see that? Because that's like, I think for me, it's in a way for me, it's if I'm you, I think it's really important that I basically just kill the ghost of Dumb Luck, right? Like this thing that's kind of lingering.
Mm-hmm.
But is there any? Does that bug you sometimes? You know, because if you lose and it's like, oh well, I don't know the way that I guess people perceive it, right? Because Dumb Luck can lose and it's like, well, it's only his third battle, he's still good, right? How do you see those kind of angles of people comparing?
Yeah, no, that's like it's an interesting thing. I don't think that he doesn't care. I think that that's kind of part of like his persona that he wants to put out. But like I've watched him before battles, pacing, sweating, freaking out. Right? He doesn't not care. Like he showed that when he was choking and forgetting his first round against Josh. He showed that he cared. Like he tried to get back in it. He was angry. You could see that. Dumb Luck cares just as much as anybody else did. So I'm not gonna fall for that narrative. Also, him only having 3 battles back. I mean, I guess there's a point there. He also had like 50 before that, right? So like, I mean, he's an experienced battle rapper. I think there was another part of that. There was do I think he care? Oh, and I also think that with Dumb Luck, you get graded kind of on a curve. I like to say ever since the Josh Matter battle, he has like a handicap round. Okay, like he can mess up and still somehow get judged 3-0 to win. Like he can choke and still somehow judges say he won 3 rounds. Like,
see, but look, sorry to interrupt, but for me, it's like that's why they have the offsite judges that don't even know who he is, right? So they're not even in the room.
I mean, I think it's an aura. I think it's just an aura thing. Like he's obviously been graded on a curve because if you want to say he beat Josh 2-1 based off his scorecard, I can debate it but accept it. Okay, because I do think that second round was close enough, and I think he clearly took the third. Okay, so that can be debated.
But is that a 3-0? They graded it as a 3-0?
A few of the judges said 3-0.
Oh, okay.
And that, I thought that was weird. At least to the best of my recollection, some judges had him scored winning every round. or at least having that first round like tied or close. Like it shouldn't be though,
Yeah.
because he should have got a 0 on conviction and he should have got a 0 on delivery, because you can't choke and literally grab your knees and be like, oh fuck, I can't believe this is happening. Like, bro, if I did that, like imagine if I did that, right? Like just think, that's what I mean by grading on a curve. Imagine if I grabbed my knees and started talking about how disappointed I am in myself. Like,
But it was like 2 seconds.
I disagree. I don't think it was 2 seconds. I think it was like 2 seconds of him paused, 2 seconds of him muttering shit to himself, and then like 5 seconds of a fucking gay freestyle where he was talking about how attractive he is. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It was nasty work. At the very least, it should have been like a clear win for Josh in the first round, because like he delivered his material, punchlines and all, cleanly.
But overall, you still would give it to Dumluck 2-1.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I call that one 2-1 debatable. But what he did in Spades, well, against Spades, was clear. It was enough for me to accept that he was the best rapper on that side of the bracket. I thought that Spades did well, and I thought that Dumluck just pulled a lot of veteran moves and showed why he was going to be in the championship. I thought it was a good battle, but I would probably say it was a clear 2-1. Like a clear, though, you know?
So you become the champion, right?
Mhm.
You get the championship.
Oh, I've been waiting for this.
What happens to Mike Bailey from there?
I moved to Asia, and I become a monk.
Yeah.
No.
So you're gonna retire too? Because I think that's what Dumluck might do.
No, I'm not gonna retire. Well, at least not yet. If I win,
And sorry to interrupt. So clearly you've separated yourself from everybody, right? At that point, you've shown you beat everybody, right? So I guess locally, I know they're expanding the league and stuff like that, and in the future, we'll probably have like the playoffs with other people from other states flying in. But is there even anybody local at that point that would even make sense for you?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, there's definitely still some people I'd like to see, just from when I was younger, and
Local?
yeah, when I was younger and Mike Masters was around the first time, there was a group of people who I would want to battle, and I have knocked some names off that list. There's a few more I'd like to see, probably.
So who are some of those names?
Definitely Lefty, EK, and Pat, for sure. I'd like to see any of those guys.
In that order?
Yeah, that works. I mean, I don't know any of them. But, like, back to what you're saying. If I win the championship, I would say the first thing I'm going to do is probably go to the pawn shop and sell the chain.
Oh, you don't even want to trade it for mine?
The second thing I'm going to do is use my call out that you get. And I will use that to call out Hoodie Jer. And then I will battle Hoodie Jer, and we will see what happens after that.
So what do you mean you got to call out? So you literally got to call out?
So you get, from my understanding, there is a cash prize. There's the chain and the title itself. There's a tattoo from one of the sponsors.
Are you going to get a tattoo, or is there any room left, Mike?
There might be some room somewhere. I might
gift that. You can pawn the tattoo as well.
Can I? I might do that. No, I think I will tattoo "I am Holmesy the God's champion" somewhere. Yeah, no, I'm gonna battle Hoodie Jer. That's my in-game battle. Some people think of Murder Mook. I think of Hoodie Jer.
And why would you want to battle Hoodie Jer?
Because I want to take out the top dog.
Yeah?
You know what I mean?
Are you going to put anything on the line? I think you said...
I'll put the title on the line.
Didn't you say that if you... God, now I'm spacing out. I swear you said you would bet your car or something like that if against Dumluck. Didn't you say something like that?
Dude, I would bet anything against Dumluck. Again, I want to be respectful because I think Dumluck has deserved that. Like, he has earned that over his time in hip-hop and Salt Lake in general. He definitely deserves some respect. But he is nowhere near the caliber of battle rapper that I am. It's just, the day he beats me is the day I retire. So this is what I tell you. I am betting my battle career on this battle, and he doesn't even have to bet me with it, because if I lose, I will walk away. If I win, I will cause hell for the rest of you and remind you I'm your champion for at least a year, right? That's the soonest that we can have the
But
next
okay, but what do
playoffs.
you mean that if you lose, you would walk away?
If I can't beat Dumb Luck, then I don't deserve to be a battle rapper.
Damn. Okay.
Like he's a good rapper, and for the local scene, he is good. But like the ultimate goal in battle rap is I would like to be, in other states holding my own against big battle rappers, or beating battle rappers, better yet, right? Like I want to show that I'm one of the best in the world, not one of the best in Salt Lake. This is just a step. Like this is just me battling and learning. But if I can't beat Dumb Luck, then I'm doing the wrong thing. Like I looked at the bracket, right, when it came out, and there was not a name on there that scared me. There's not a name on there that can fuck with me. So I mean, we can do all the imagination and all the scenarios where, oh, what if I'd seen Stretch? What if Eli didn't run? The fact is I'm about to be your guys' champion, and I will never let you live it down.
Okay. So let's say both of you guys are some sort of building. Okay, I had this question too for Dumbug. You guys are both a building. If we're gonna compare yourselves in that manner, right?
Okay.
So you might be, in Dubai. You might be, you know what I mean, in Seattle. I don't know what kind of towers. You might be in New York. What? Because we're talking about levels, right? And obviously you're respecting his skill and stuff like that. But if we're picking buildings, what kind of buildings would you guys be?
Well, I don't want to get political here, but I'm definitely like a Trump Tower type
really?
of thing, right? Like I'm a focal point of a city like New York. You can't look at the skyline without seeing me.
And it's gold, right?
I mean, you got a big dog, right?
Yeah.
Does he have like a yard?
Oh yeah, the whole backyard is his.
The whole backyard's his. Does he got a doghouse out there?
Huh?
Does he got a
No,
doghouse?
this is his house.
But he doesn't have like a doghouse.
No, he doesn't. Have
Okay,
a
well, I would compare Dumb Luck to a doghouse.
Oh damn.
Okay. Next to the Trump Tower too. Like it's gonna look real
Also,
crazy.
you're gonna be kind enough to just remind him of like, hey, you got to look up to me.
Yeah, every time that it rains and the rain comes through his cracks, I will let him wait in my lobby and use my Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go.
And lastly, another question that I have for you too, Mike. It's what's again, and actually, I'm gonna say something before I have that question, because my whole theory with you after the Eli Ace whole thing, you left. I know you say you're like the heel right now, but I honestly think, bro, like right now you got like baby face, like your aura, bro. It's just like it's good. You've been killing it in the playoffs, so I don't know, man. I think a lot of people are rooting for you to win. I'm not sure what it is after you went away, bro, but the way that you've just been almost like just like straight business, like, hey, I'm going to dismantle you and I'm going to move on, right? And it feels like you've been having a lot of fun, and it's just been kind of fun energy to be around. So I would disagree that you're still a heel.
I don't know, man. I think that what it is that if you want to look at it through the internet and look at it through the battles and the stuff that is public and that people see, I think people try to paint a narrative of me, and so I just embrace it. Like I don't see any point to fight it. If you guys want to hate me, then cool, let's do that, right?
But who is it that hates you? Other battlers or just?
I think it's other battlers. I think it's some of the fans that are here locally, and I think that for a while I honestly felt like it was the league owners. If we're just going to be completely honest on here, like I did feel like I mean, I wasn't gonna air this out, but I think I'm
out, man. Come on.
I think I'm gonna air it out, right?
So we won't take the cameras if they try to do anything.
So when they did Latazé versus Eli, I thought, in my mind, right, every battle kind of looks the same. It starts off with the host announcing the battle, maybe a joke, right? Something cool, maybe a coin flip. The rappers are gonna introduce themselves typically. In this playoff format, they'll announce the rules, intro. Then a battler raps his round. Then maybe there's a cut screen that says like the guy's name and the round. And then the next guy raps his round. And then it goes like that back and forth. And then the battle will either end with some ads, or it will end with some judges, or it will just end, right? Eli Ace versus Lotta Zay, they paused it in the middle of the video, in the middle of the round, and aired out all the dirty laundry and posted all these fucking pictures and tried to make me look crazy, not knowing they were defending a fucking rata. Okay? There's a reason he doesn't show his face now. There's a reason he got too busy, because he knows that paperwork is public information, and I have it sitting in my dresser. Okay? So we'll get that out there. But I do feel like the league went out of their way to make clips making fun of me, to pause that battle, adding that shit in when they've never done that before, and they've never done that since. But I passed paperwork out in a battle, and they didn't do nothing like that for that. Right? So I felt like even the league was on board with fuck Mikey for a little bit. So I just fell back and watched and laughed and joked around. Me and my wife, we just thought it was funny. Okay?
Yeah.
So yeah, like, I do think that people didn't like me. But I think that anybody who's around me for a significant amount of time will tell you that, you know, I'm lighthearted. I care about people. I always try to go out of my way to be polite, right? And that I actually can be a good dude or whatever. But if people are going to portray me to be that way, why not just go that way?
Yeah.
Right? Because, like, when the league is literally doing that to you, like, come on, man. I'm the only person the league's ever done something like that.
I'm gonna tell you how basically the league kind of sees it too, because I get to work in both, I guess, both of those things.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's like, do you hide from it, or do you? Because that to me, bro, you almost have some of the biggest moments. So whether that's like, obviously, you know, a shitty moment and stuff, like that was still like a really big moment. Just like your battle with Lotta Say, I think that's like when it's like, okay, we got somebody in Utah that's like going to hold it down. You know, when you did that battle with the extra round, like, I think you had a moment. So the way that I see it, I've never even thought about it to seeing it from your angle, like when you see that, but it's almost like to provide context, I guess, to that moment, because it was like you had like a viral moment. It was like a huge moment for. What's crazy about you, bro, is like somehow it's like, so I think that Lotta Say battle was just like, okay, bam, we got somebody like, damn, Mike Bailey's fucking nice, you know, like that to me like certified like, okay, somebody can hold it down in Utah, right? And then if you almost like think about it, bro, like after the Eli versus Lotta Say, like that's still like leveled up. So you to me, the way that I see it is like you've been part of like moments that have like leveled up the league, if that makes sense. So you created these moments, whether, you know, I can see your point where it's shitty, but it's like for an actual moment to us that are fans, and then you see that, you're like, damn, that shit is like, you have like a moment in like the league's like history of like, oh, people can say like text skate or whatever, like people know, and that's like immortalized. And I think that's one thing for a lot of battlers, that they don't have moments. At least here in Mike Masters, like not a lot of people have been able to make moments. Like if I'm just thinking off the top, it's bro, I think you've had maybe the most moments, because it was, to me, you when you went against Lotta Say, you against Eli, that was crazy because you brought Eli back, right? So now you also like, you lose, right? But you push Eli to where now the league can have another battler that's also like, yo, he can hold his own, right? Like he still has it. So now you push another battler, right? Then we get Texgate. Then we get J Villain Mike after that, where now it's like playoff Mike is a thing, right? And now we can almost have another moment of like, now you dethrone Dumbluck. So to me, I think the way that I see it, bro, is like you've had so many moments. So the way that I see it, it's moments. And to me, why I see you like as a baby face, like where you were a heel or whatever. It's just because like, man, you've had many moments and you've kind of kept your composure, that you've turned all of that around to where it's like, yo, that shit didn't bring me down. And I'm just going to prove to you that I'm like nicer, and I'm still like elevating my game. And now I don't even care about all this extra stuff that maybe got to me before. Like now I even have the luxury not to even care and put that energy like into my art, you know?
Yeah, no, and I mean, like, I won't argue any of that whatsoever. It's all opinionated, right?
Yeah.
And we all have different perspectives we see things
Well,
through.
you lift it.
Yeah, but like to answer like the beginning of the question, like, no, I would never hide. Like, it's just not in me. My whole life's been fighting. You know, I was fighting when I was homeless as a teenager. I was fighting when I was facing fucking 30 years and ended up having a 10-year sentence. I was fighting when I came home and everybody that I knew would violate parole and go right back to prison. I was fighting when I fought drug addiction and fucking ended up working at the same rehab I went to. And I was fighting when everybody turned on me and I wanted to prove I could still rap, right? So like I would never hide from anything, but like the perspectives are everything. And for me, it's like I slept in hotel rooms and drove road trips with the league owner. The league owner was at my daughter's birthday, and he didn't even like tell me that that's what the battle was gonna be like. Like he didn't even tell me they were gonna edit it, make it look crazy, and push clips and talk bad about me. Like I wasn't letting know. I've known the dude for fucking 15 years, if not more. Like, you know what I mean? Like it just
Yeah.
felt weird to me.
So
And
you would
then
just appreciate it, like even a heads up, like yo, I'm gonna post this or whatever.
yeah, well,
So
I
even
would have
if you,
appreciated being like, hey, this battle is gonna look a little fucking crazy because we're gonna do something that we've never done before or after. And we're gonna try to make you look crazy. But like yeah, that would have been cool to let me know that that was gonna happen. But it is what it is. Like I said, none of us are friends now.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't fuck with these dudes, bro. I don't fuck with none of these dudes. Like I'm respectful to everybody.
yeah,
I'm nice with everybody. I enjoyed your company tonight. I think you're an awesome dude, and someone like you who works for Mike Masters, none of that anger would go towards you. You have, you know, you don't. We met through this, and
yeah.
we may end up being super cool. Uh, but like those dudes before, they just showed that they're corny, bro. You guys know you're corny.
So why don't you use your call out, right? Where do you battle both Hoodie and Gabino?
But if they give me two, then maybe, you know. But Hoodie's got to get this work.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hoodie's got to die.
Oh come on, not Hoodie, man.
I gotta kill Hoodie.
Nah.
I'm sorry, Hoodie Jer. Hey, you know, and I think you said you had one more, but if you don't have one more, I do want to real quick. I wanted to say something. I just want to say, man, Spades just had a crazy fucking battle, man. He battled a dude named Trill Sensei out in Seattle. It was a great battle. It was judged. They try to say he lost. I personally thought Spades won, but all of you guys need to watch that when it drops. You can follow him, Facebook, Instagram, all that. You just it's 5 PADEZ. Okay, so look up Spades. He's got some cool shit coming. Josh Matter and Ghost just did a dope ass battle. Same card out in Seattle. They battled Spaz and Tornado. And I personally thought they won that battle as well. And Slicks has his newest battle out there in Atlanta. Don't even know the dude's name, but he murdered him. So I would love you guys to all go watch them, man.
Yeah. Shout out to them. And to me, look, man, I didn't even know you guys weren't even talking with Gabino and stuff like that, but
I talked to Gabino.
yeah.
Yeah, I talked to Gabino. It is what it is. It's just a business relationship.
Okay.
Like I just know that he don't fuck with me like that.
I don't know. I would disagree, man.
I mean,
I think
again, it's all opinionated.
well,
Like,
but personally, like even me talking to him, like I'm saying, bro, I think a lot of people are rooting for you, bro, and a lot of people are also like even speaking for Gabino right now that are like really proud of you, bro, and like have you
Well,
just been fucking just
I
killing
think
it and
I
just
think Gabino's smart. I think he's ran a great league. I think he's built something beautiful with the help of you and Chris and hosts and Hoodie and so many individuals. And I'm sorry if I missed anybody. I think he's built a beautiful, amazing thing. I think he has a great mind for business and for doing all this. And I respect many characteristics out of him. But like I just know what friends look like too.
okay.
You know what I mean? It is what it is. Like
Yeah.
it's just like that's just where I'm at with it. It is like it was just weird, super weird. You know, it was super weird. A lot of the things, like it was super weird to call me telling me Jay Villain was gonna beat me, like going into the playoffs. I was sitting here thinking, like, is it rigged? Like, why is it? How does he know I'm gonna lose? Like,
Yeah.
come on, man. But it is what it is.
Oh, well, we're gonna probably have to have lunch or something to smooth that out, bro.
Oh,
Or
we're
whatever,
cool. Like I
man.
talked to Gabino today.
Yeah.
Like we're cool. Like we're fine. It's just like I don't look at it the way I used to look at. I thought that the people in battle rap that I was building connections with and building like networking with and making plans for the future with, I thought those people were like legitimate friends. And then like I think that's what made me a better battle rapper is when I said, oh, okay, it's business.
Oh, okay.
Like, okay, so right now the cool thing to do is book Mike. Oh, now the cool thing to do is make Mike look crazy. Like it's just a business. Like you said, it created a moment. I'm glad it created a moment. That's cool. But
But what I'm saying is you created that moment. So
I didn't create the fucking moment. Lada Zay created the moment.
right, but you're part of that moment.
Yeah,
You know
sure.
what I'm talking about? Like, because when you're talking about like, okay, who's building the league? Like, I think that's why I was giving you props of like moments is that you're also helping build that. You know what I'm talking about? So even if something maybe, and I completely understand your point. If it's like me seeing that, I'm gonna feel different than like me watching it as a fan.
It's crazy to see.
Right? So I never even thought about it from your perspective.
Yeah, it's
to
crazy.
be honest.
It's crazy.
But as a fan, I'm like, yo, that shit was one of the coolest fucking battles.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
that's
a good
how I
battle.
saw it, right?
It was
like,
a good battle.
So I don't know. I would just say I don't know, man. I think you've been doing a great job building the league and not. I don't like when there's like inner and like you said. I know you guys are keeping a business, but I think there has to be some level of like whether it's like friendship or whatever. Where I think there has to be friendship, bro. Because here's the thing: your goal, like you mentioned, is to battle big names out of state. Right? And I've had the same discussion with Dumb Luck. It's like both of you guys, whether you win or lose, I know you said there's a couple guys that you want to battle, but we can consider those guys out of state guys, basically, right? Like they're nobody from the Mike Masters 2.0 or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's and maybe you're already helping kind of lead this where I'm cool with like people being competitive internally,
Yeah.
right? In the league. Like, oh, I think I can whip your ass or whatever, people calling each other out. But I feel like when you kind of keep it to like in this fishing bowl right now, like in the local fishing bowl, then that's when shit can turn not cool because everybody's just like, no, I want to be the spotlight. I want to be the spotlight. When it's like, why do you want to be the spotlight of the fucking fishing bowl when we should want to go out into the fucking ocean, right?
Completely
like,
agree.
I think that's sometimes the thing for me personally that bugs me sometimes about like, just for everybody that's up and comers, we got a lot of good talent, but it's just focusing. I'm happy, like you said, Josh and Spades, even Six, I got a chance to battle outside because that should be like be competitive here and be like, yo, I can still whip your ass, but let's go out and have that camaraderie where I can pull up with like the boys in another state and we battle and we got that. We know that we're all out here grinding and investing in ourselves, which you were doing alone. It'd be cool for me to do it with my guys.
Yeah.
And respectfully, when I'm back in Utah, I can still say, yo, I'm the nicest here. I'll still kick your ass. But we know that it's just there's nothing for us to gain being like in a fishbowl mentality.
Yeah, no, and to reiterate, I wanna make it so fucking clear that I have tremendous respect for Nate. And I think that again, he has built a beautiful
right now
machine.
I'm talking just about battlers.
Right. And okay, with that okay. Am I cool with all of them? No. But will I stand in every one of their corners against a out-of-towner? Yes. Will I support them all? Yes. Me and Stretch is a good example. We're not close by any means. We're not friends by any means. But when his battles come out, I still post them. Right?
Yeah.
There are guys that I'm very close friends with. I would say I'm very close friends with Hoodie. Even though I'm going to kill you, Hoodie. I'm very close friends with Josh and Spades and Slicks and Ghost. And definitely a few others. But I will support all of them.
Cool.
I actually don't have that mindset of like I want to be like the one shining in the fishbowl. Like I just want to rap. You know what I mean? I'm fine being the undercard. I'm fine being the main event. I just want to rap.
Yeah.
and I'll support all of them. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to be friends with you to be on your side because I am. I've been saying Mike Masters in other cities for the longer than anybody but Emerson. So
Yeah. That's just what I want to see, man. And I think, and I have noticed it a little bit. The last event, how guys were kind of more, I don't know, like settled in. Like you can't like spades, like everybody. I just like the vibe. I think we have a good vibe going on here, in Utah.
hmm
And I think part of the maybe the appeal when other MCs or whatever come to battle over here is that it's like, yo, everybody's like, it's cool. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Not that everybody hates each other, but there's no tension of somebody like trying to fake front to get put on or anything like that. Everybody's like, okay, we're gonna enjoy the battles. We're gonna support our guys or whatever. I'm gonna go against my guys, and it's like, for me as a fan, bro, it creates like such a dope atmosphere to keep growing that side of the battle of the
hmm
league where we are trying to get people in. And I have these conversations too with Nate because everybody else is battle oriented, right? I don't care. Like, I just see this as like, could I invite somebody to Mike Masters from 2010 where you walk in there like you don't know if shit's gonna pop off because everybody hates each other or that it can get violent? Can I invite random strangers to pull up and be like, yo, come to the battles, right?
hmm
So I think to grow, so I always have looked at the league of like, how can we grow the league to where it's popping again for battle rap, where we pack out the whole fucking place every time and people want to see what it's like and have a good ambiance for people that might just be going there for the first time
hmm
to see. Like, how do you create that atmosphere?
Yeah, I completely agree with that part of it for sure. I think me and Josh are a great example of that. That second battle that we did, my last battle actually, was everybody knew we were friends. Yeah, they knew we were in like a little group that we had formed, right? And so I think the thoughts going into that was like, oh, well, are they gonna have that same energy they had the first time? Are they gonna, try to actually attack? And I think that we did do that. We were friends before the battle. We tried to kill each other, and then we were still friends after the battle.
You son them, so I mean, he couldn't do anything to
Uh,
his
I di-
father, right?
I disagree. Actually, I think
You think the judges swayed it for Mike?
I just think that Josh will be doing this long after Mike, and
Uh,
Josh is a big part of the future of Mike Masters and Utah in
yeah.
general. And I think that yeah, I think that he's going to be a big part of what happens in the next few years.
Since the playoffs, he's been leveling up
Yeah,
quite a bit,
I think
So
everybody has, to their credit. I like to clown some of them. I do have, like I said, I have like realizations about business relationships with a lot of people. And then like I go in on a lot of people, but like a lot of it's in good fun. Like I talk about Jay Villain never paying the bet, right?
oh, he
It's
never
just
paid you?
no, he hasn't paid me
Oh,
yet,
come
but
on, Jay
but
Villain.
it's just in fun, man. I don't fucking care. It is
Yeah.
what it is.
Well, before we exit out, any last words or anything like that that you want to say just about the battle in general or to Dumb Luck or any threats or anything like that? Any other stuff that's up in the air that now you get to just clean out and just kind of air out?
I mean, I'd like to say that I think this Mountain West Showdown is going to show the leaps that the league has made in a whole in a year. I think that this one is going to be a much better experience than the first one. And the first one wasn't a bad experience by any means, right? I just think that we've taken a lot of steps forward. I think the playoffs brought a lot of skill and a lot of untapped talent out of a lot of guys. Obviously, I'm excited for to be in the championship. That was kind of the goal when it all started, so I'm very excited about that. I'm not too worried about dumb luck. I plan on winning. I hope to win. I do want to, I know we got Spades versus Martin Luther Lean, and that's gonna be fucking crazy. And I know we got Josh versus 1010, and that's gonna be crazy. What else do we got? I know we got Ghost versus A Game. I think Ghost is
Oh,
gonna catch
Johnny
a
Lean Dog
nasty
against
body.
Mount Money, MT
I
Money.
mean, yeah, that battle's cool, but we got Ghost against A Game, and we got Slicks versus who is Slicks battling?
Let me pull it up.
He's battling somebody. He's battling Mastermind. it'll be a cool battle. That'd be a good battle. There's some other good battles on the card, but I really just want to talk about, those guys right there. Those guys are gonna catch
Your main
bodies.
guys.
Yeah, those guys are gonna catch bodies. Um, Johnny Lego versus MT Money is gonna be a funny battle. I will give you that. It'll be a funny battle. It'll be a great watch. It'll be entertaining. Uh, Trying to think of any of the other ones that I'm like super stoked for. I know that there's 4 battles I'm super stoked for. All the battles are cool. It's just yeah, that's where I'm at.
And then where's it gonna be? Where can people find you? And anything else you wanna plug?
You can't find me. I'm fighting case. No, I'm just kidding. Official Mike Bailey on all platforms.
Anything else?
I don't got nothing, man.
Good.
God bless everybody. Stay alive.
And again, bro, I appreciate it, man. And best of luck, man. I think if anybody can, like I said, my challenge to you is like, again, you have a chance to make another moment to kill the ghost of the lingering thing of dumb luck, to just start like a Mike Masters 3rd year of something brand new.
I would love to. I cannot. I should have added that. Yeah, I cannot wait until this is done. The playoffs are just done because I plan on winning. I really have tried hard to put myself in a position to win. I've really focused and crafted some good material for this battle. I'm not sleeping on dumb luck. I know that he's dope, but I want to win because just imagine that Mike Bailey is Holmesy the Gods champion and Hoodie Jers.
Oh yeah. Do we have to give you a nice dinner? You think maybe we get you a limo, or what do you think?
I just want the purse. I want to take the chain to Big Dog Pawn right down there on State Street.
Why don't you just give it to me? Hey, look, I got a little one.
I mean, are you gonna give me the money it would cost and weight? That's what I.
Come on.
No, I'm just kidding. I'll keep the chain. I like jewelry. I'll keep the chain. I'll keep it if it's real. I still have doubts. I still have doubts that this is a real chain.
Oh, you're gonna bring the tester?
I don't know. I mean, it's not that serious. Jay Villain didn't pay me. I mean, why wouldn't the chain be fake?
Oh, come on.
You know what I mean?
Come on.
I mean, what? I haven't heard talk about this purse. What's going on with this purse, man? I mean,
what we're looking at?
Huh?
We're gonna have to put a missing sign for it.
I just want to know what's in the purse, man. Even if it's just the 150 Jay Villain owes me. Like, what is it, man? Let's talk about it.
Couple gift cards.
Where is the purse? That's a good point. Where is it? Like,
we'll throw you a gift card for Chili's. I'll throw one in there for you, Mike.
I like Chili's. I like Chili's a little bit. Nah, man. I will when I win. I plan on I want to, and as much as I have had ups and downs here locally, I have loved it. I've loved every second of it. I love being able to rap, still at my age, I'm approaching 30, and like, rapping is something I used to think I just did as a kid for fun, and I'm glad that I still get to do it. I love doing it. I'm a proud sponsor of Mountain West Showdown 7, and I would hope that I would be able to invest in the league more. So no matter how much you guys try to kill me, I'm going to end up as a Mike Masters employee.
Okay, and lastly, you know what? Let's end it this way for everybody else that you shouted out that's on the come up. Any words of advice for them?
Whew. I mean, I talk to them, a lot, so they kind of know where I'm at. I think all of the guys that I mentioned by name, everybody in OT, they've got such dope styles. They're so unique. I just want them to stay to themselves, do what they do and do it well. Anybody else in Mike Masters, I just want everybody to realize that it's like a lot bigger than any one of us, right? It really is an opportunity to make this like a stop that you have to make in battle rap. It's an opportunity to support, something that a lot of cities don't have. I do think that Mike Masters is one of the best run leagues in the country. So I kind of just want everybody to realize like what the moment means, and, don't go up there and fuck up, and don't take it half-assed, and just show up and do your thing, man. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody realize that this moment is a big moment, just like the last one was a big moment. And I felt like we fumbled the bag a little bit last time. So I want to see Utah come out on the winning side of the column. I would love to see us sweep, right? I don't know necessarily if that's going to happen or not. But like, yeah, let's go out there. Let's get some wins, and let's make Utah Let's make battle rap great again.
Okay, I was gonna say I think I got it, but you know what? I agree with 100% of that, bro. Let's make sure that everybody that's a part of it, that they kind of sees the opportunity, right? Make sure you, like Mike said, take the opportunity, take the chance that you're getting, do something with that, right?
Yeah.
Take it serious, try to make the most of it, and like Mike does, invest in yourself, right? Like these guys that are ahead of you guys, like, I mean, they put in a lot of work, and it's not easy to do that work, and that's kind of what separates, I guess, like the tiers of MCs, right? It's whoever gets to get paid to fly out and stuff like that. Like you haven't seen all the shitty days or how long the grind that it's taken them, right? It looks like appealing. You might think you have the skill, and maybe you already have the skill, but you just need to showcase it more. And again, just I would say that too, man. Just maximize the platform to make a name for yourself.
Yeah, no, definitely. And just don't take it for granted, man. It's a special moment. Before you turn that off, you said you were gonna take that shot with me.
Oh, we're gonna take a shot.
We're gonna do it.
Damn, bro, he brought his gun. The Mike brought his gun. I'm about to take a shot, but appreciate it, man.
Salute.
And best of luck with everything, bro.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
And again, that's Mike Masters. We got the finals. Dumb Luck. We'll pull it up over here really quick. We got Dumb Luck, Mike Bailey, October 19th, UtahRapper.com. Get your tickets, pay-per-view. I know it's going to be $20. We'll be there, and everybody, thanks for tapping in. Salute to everybody that supports, and we'll catch you later.